Hey y'all, I am coming to y'all with another mukbang. This time it's gonna be Guam's breakfast edition because they have a lot of things that you definitely do not have in the United States. So we have a hash brown for Nola. We have what she's getting impatient. We have some spam, some sausages, some eggs, some rice, and I have a sweet tea. So I got some cookies. So when I had went to Korea with my husband, like to visit him, oh shit. That's when I discovered that when you go to different places, McDonald's is different. They have like certain items that are kind of different. Of course, they'll have their basic fries and stuff, but they have a little bit of different stuff. So here in Guam, they have rice, they have spam, because spam is like a huge thing in Guam. They have sausage and eggs. So that's what we're going to be eating today. They also, of course, since they have a little bit of like Asian roots in them, they give you soy sauce to go with your rice. This is not enough soy sauce for me, so I'm about to whip out a big thing of soy sauce. I'm also going to be talking to you all about, I'm going to be doing a little story time. So I'm going to talk to you all the one time my husband and I almost fought a crackhead, even though it was really more just me that almost fought a crackhead. So this probably happened about 2 years ago. Here's my soy sauce. I'm going to put some of this on my rice. And I'm going to have to, I don't give her like a full thing because she plays with her food. So I like, you're welcome. I hand her stuff. Let me put some soy sauce on my rice, y'all. I know y'all probably can't see it because my video for some reason don't want to show all of everything. But anyway, so yeah, back to what I was saying. So we, probably about 2 years ago, Nola, not 2 years ago, because she was probably like a few months, approximately like a year and a half ago, we had went to Applebee's. So we went to Applebee's for like a day date because they were having like some type of deal with something. So we went, and so Justin, my husband, was unpacking Nola from the car and like taking her out. And so I see this man kind of like walking up to us and he's like stumbling. His clothes are like ratted and stuff like that. So I'm already looking out. Okay. I'm already looking out. And for some reason, I get extra defensive when it comes to people coming up to me and my family. First of all, because it's my family, why wouldn't you get defensive? Say hey.
Hi.
But then also because I don't know people's intentions. People are crazy out here. So I see him kind of like stumbling up. So instead of like watching Justin, I turn my full body and I'm facing this person because he's walking towards us. And I'm like, oh no. Okay, so then I kind of have like I keep a little blade on me. So I like grab that. But I'm like still having my hands in my pocket. And so he's coming up. And then he comes over towards my husband, and he's like, and my husband's like, what? And I'm like, no. And he's like, I'm like, bye. We don't want anything. Bye. And I'm like a very chill person. But once again, when it comes to my family, I can get from here to here, like that. So I'm like, bye. And I know there's other people in the parking lot and they're looking at me like I'm crazy. But, so then the guy's like, F you, white boy. And I'm like, what? I said, you better back up before I stab you. And I literally say this, like, I know y'all probably thinking I'm crazy. And so then and he walks away. And I literally said that. So anyway, so then we go on to Applebee's. And so then we're kind of just like hanging around. And by that time, it's like 6 or something. So by the time we leave, it's pretty much almost dark. So we decided to make a Target run because Target's right there. So we're leaving out of Target. And we have like our daughter in the shopping cart and Justin's pushing it and I'm walking. And this same crackhead, you guys, comes up to us again or is walking towards us. And I'm like, yo, you must really want to get stabbed today. And then he says the same thing. He says, F you, white boy. And then he says something else. And I'm like, but what are you so mad about? Why do you keep saying white boy, and why are you not addressing me? Because my husband isn't saying anything to you. I'm the one that's making a fuss about stuff. Anyway, y'all, so that crackhead almost got it that day, okay? He almost got it. Almost got it. You know, something that I love, and I know I said this last time, they are so consistent at these fast food places, y'all. And don't worry, I'm gonna have more mukbangs come, and it'll be something else besides just McDonald's. It'll be like some local cuisines and stuff. But I just had to show y'all what they be having for breakfast. But yeah, so me and Justin, we don't really like face a lot of racism or anything. We have a lot of support, and if people are racist, they at least don't say anything to us. There you go. They at least don't say anything to us. Like, maybe they'll give us looks, but I don't really notice that. Look at her. Is it good? But yeah, like, people don't really say anything to us. And if anything, we actually get more support. But anytime we have had some type of racist encounter, it did happen to be with a black male. And like I said, that was like one. And then we had like one other incident. They didn't really, it was just more so the looks and like, man, you know, she know what I'm talking about. She know what I'm talking about. Like indirect. And I hate that so much because at the end of the day, this is my husband, my whole husband. So you will not disrespect my husband. I don't care who you are, okay? I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you're brown. I don't care if you're purple. I don't care if you're the president of the United States. You will not disrespect my husband. Especially, we don't really like experience a lot of racist encounters. Usually it's a lot of support. But one thing that I do not like is that a lot of people automatically assume that because I'm black and I'm dating, or not dating, because let's get it correct. I am married. I am a whole married woman. Because I'm black and I'm married to a white man, it means that I don't believe in Black Lives Matter. Hold on. I don't believe in Black Lives Matter and that I am like anti-black. I'm a full black person. I have a black brother, a black sister, black grandfather, black uncles, black nephews, a black nephew. Like, my whole family is black. So, don't get it twisted. I believe in Black Lives Matter, but there are some things that we need to fix within our own community too. So, but everybody has things that they need to fix within their own community, you know? But y'all, I saw this one thing that had got me so heated. So I'm on Facebook, and I try not to comment on a lot of stuff, but this one girl had made this post basically saying like, oh, y'all are bagging on Kanye West because, you know, he's running for president or whatever. They're like, oh, y'all are bagging on Kanye West, but did y'all know that every person that the Kardashians have been with, they have ruined? Like, y'all just gonna let another black man go down? Stay woke. And these stay woke comments sometimes, y'all, they be getting under my skin, okay? Some of them are true, but some of them I'm like, y'all are reaching for the most. Like, Kanye West has been like this since his mother died, okay? He has been crazy since his mother died, legit, okay? So, Kanye West knew what he was getting into. All these men that have been with the Kardashian women knew who they were before they got with him. Okay, so don't blame the Kardashians for that, okay? I don't even really like the Kardashians like that, but I don't hate them. And y'all, a lot of people idolize them or either downplay them a lot. Whatever, you do what you want. But then, okay, that's not even the part that made me like mad. So then this other girl comments on that comment, and she's like, yeah, like, for real, I really do believe Kanye West. And then, I don't even know, how did Harriet Tubman take the slaves up north? Because they didn't even have homes up north. I'm rambling on and on. So, yeah. These are just some of the things that you face, I guess, when you're in an interracial couple. But yeah, I'm not one of those people that like is anti-black or something like that. Like, I'm not, you know, what is right is right and what is wrong at the end of the day. And I do support Black Lives Matter. Okay. I do. Which, once again, Black Lives Matter does not mean that only Black Lives Matter. It just means that we need some help because we have a lot of things that are going not in ideal ways with our community. And so we need some help from everybody else to kind of help us. And we need to be bonding as a people. But that stems back to the community as well. Like, I know growing up, I lived in a predominantly white community, but I know that like towards the end of my sister's year, we moved and I was already in college and she lived in a black community that was primarily black. And there were a lot of, from what she said, there were some teachers in the black community that didn't care. There were a lot of principals and stuff that didn't seem to care. And there were people, I remember even growing up, there were people who in my predominantly white community that were black wanted to only be associated with white people and not black people. There were people who were black and came from really great homes and yet they wanted to be associated as a thug. There was this one guy I know, his dad was like, I don't know what he was, but he was some type of like high police position. And they lived, I lied to you not, they lived in a 3-story house. They had a movie theater in their home. Okay, that dad was making bank. And there were 2 brothers. One of them has now went on to follow along his dad's footsteps. And the other one, he wants to be a thug. He wants to act like he comes from like some lower income place. He just like the type of things that he does. I'm just like, why? Why are you not trying to better yourself? Like, why are you like, I don't know. It baffles me. But yeah, you got to have a good balance, you know? And you got to realize that you're going to be interacting with all types of people. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian. You have to mix yourself in and you have to learn to communicate and get along with all people because we live in this world with more than just one race. Okay? It's a diverse place. But you got to be able to have intellectual conversations and stuff with people, and you just got to really find yourself, you know? That's the biggest thing. So, yeah, I know I'm going on a rant and everything, but I'm just kind of thinking or reading that post, and that kind of just brought me to all of that. But for the most part, like I said, people are pretty supportive of my husband and I, but let's not get it twisted. He's my husband, okay? So I will defend him and our child until the end. Anyway, well, going towards another topic, I still can't believe that there's so much debate in the U.S. about whether to wear a mask or not. Here in Guam, since it's like an Asian type country, even though it's a U.S. territory, but it's like the Asian Hawaii, basically. And you have to wear a face mask. Like, it's not, oh, I get to decide. No, if you want to go in here, you have to wear a face mask. We had went to the mall, and when we got there, we had to get our temperature checked, and we had to have our face mask on and get some hand sanitizer. Like, when you go in anywhere, you have to have your face mask on. So, it's not an option. This isn't a game. And I just can't believe that that's like an issue. And people are fighting over that. And it's only in the U.S. I feel like sometimes a lot of us Americans feel like entitled. Like some people will go and visit another country and they'll be like, well, they need to fit to our like standards, our norms. Why isn't anything in English? Why is this, and that? You're going to visit a whole nother country. You're supposed to be adapting and kind of like figuring out their culture and their norms. Like when I go to restaurants and they give me chopsticks, I don't ask for a fork, because at the end of the day, if it is a good business, they will just give you a fork anyway. But I feel like I want to learn how to use chopsticks, and I know how to use chopsticks now, but there's some people that like demand to have forks, and At some places, you have to take off your shoes and sit on the floor crisscross. Some people don't want to do that. I'm like, well, why did you come to visit this country if you don't want to adapt to their norms? You're not in America. You can't do whatever you want to do when you go to these countries. And that's the beauty of it all. I don't know, y'all. I'm going on a rant. But I just hope y'all stay safe out there with this COVID going around. And don't let anyone tell you, okay, if you want to be with a white man, a Hispanic man, an Asian man, a purple man or woman, do it, okay? You just remember to remain true to yourself and your culture. And remember that it is going to take a little bit of like getting used to kind of adapt to each other's culture and norms and stuff. But do it. Do it, honey. This food is so good, y'all. So good. But yeah, so they got spam, sausage, rice, eggs, like a whole breakfast. Some people don't like spam, but spam is good. Okay. But anyway, so that's me rambling on and on about the time we almost fought a crackhead, about the Black Lives Matter movement, about being in an interracial marriage, about COVID, just about everything. Y'all stay safe out there and stay true to yourself, and I'll see you all in my next video.